Hello, here's my 2022 bullet journal setup. It's definitely been a while since my last Plan With Me video, but I'm hoping to bring them back this year along with a wider range of content. I went for a pretty minimalistic theme this year since many of my other past yearly setups have been very simple, so I'm just continuing the trend this year. And speaking of last year, it's kind of strange to think that 2021 is already over and 2022 is just around the corner. Or probably by the time I upload this, it'll probably already be 2022. I'm very bad with getting videos out in a timely manner. But going back to 2021, even though it felt like it was a really short time, there were also some times during the year that kind of feel like it was a really long time ago, even though it was just a few months. And this also marks the beginning of my 4th year of bullet journaling. I think it'd be really cool to look back on my old setups and do a whole flip through with that, so let me know if that's something you guys would like to see in the future. A lot of my layouts have definitely changed a lot since then, and hopefully my style has improved. I feel like this past year I've definitely improved my style the most, and I hope to continue that next year as well. In addition to my art style improvements, I'd definitely say my main goal for 2022 is improving my video production, specifically the commentary. I've never been a huge fan of any sort of public speaking or presenting, and I know it definitely hasn't gotten any better over quarantine. But hey, that's why I'm practicing right now, on Christmas Day. But going back to the video, I'm finishing up my 2022 cover page and moving on to my key. For this spread, I'm sticking with my minimal theme and writing the key in a simpler style than on my cover page. I've been wanting to use this minimal cursive font for a while, so I thought this would be a really good opportunity. Now I'm just drawing in a simple box designed for all my symbols and bullets I plan to use this year. My key symbols have pretty much stayed the same over the past year or so, but I still like to keep a key page at the beginning of my journal. I left some space at the bottom in case I decide to add any new ones this year. Next up is my at-a-glance page. I usually try to plan out my spreads very carefully, but I have never once been able to do an at-a-glance page without making some sort of numbering or spacing mistake. And of course, while thinking of all the possible things that could go wrong, I end up making this year's spacing mistake. Onto my future log. I don't really use these pages too often, but I'm hoping to get a little better at planning a few months in advance this year. Here, I'm just continuing the same look as the key with the simple cursive font in the boxes. Here's my goals page for the first third of the year. I used to use goals pages for the entire year, but I usually found that a lot of my focuses ended up changing or that I had a different approach to a long-term goal. This way I can set long-term goals but still have the flexibility of changing them a bit throughout the course of the year. Lastly, I have my vision board. This whole spread kind of contradicts my minimalist theme, but I figured that a bright and bold vision would be more fitting for the new year. This is also my first time using a Dutch door in a spread. The funny part is that I wasn't planning to do this, but I needed an extra sheet of paper out of this journal for a pen test, so I figured that this was the best way to do so. Well, this concludes my 2022 plan with me, and I have to say it's good to be back making these videos as much as YouTube stresses me out sometimes. I'll see you all in the next video, assuming I don't ditch YouTube for another few months. Thank you for watching.